All right, what is going on, my dude? So we also have this disgusting dude to talk about today. We have Toad. Now, let's jump right into it today with Toad, all right? We're running a little late here. It's 12:53 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and this video should go up at 1 p.m., so yikes. All right, so Mortimer Toynbee, or the mutant known as Toad, was cursed with a lonely childhood, abandoned by his parents, sent to an orphanage where he was tormented by peers and guardians due to his unusual abilities and outward appearance. Toynbee was discovered by Magneto in his early adulthood and was given the alias of Toad because of his peculiar powers. With his regenerative healing, superhuman leap, paralytic resin, and a 30-foot, ooh, wow, 30-foot, prehensile tongue, Toad now serves Magneto in his mission to subjugate the humans that rejected Toad. So, mechanics. This guy is very interesting, man. The more I read him, the more I get interested in this guy. So, Toad is a slippery mutant champion who specializes in poisons. By utilizing his unique paralytic poison, Toad subdues his opponents and forces them to move or get stunned. If too many paralytic poisons build up on Toad's opponents, they are immediately stunned, giving Toad the opening he needs to finish his foes. Toad's paralytic secretion ability allows him to secrete his paralytic poisons from his skin when he is backed into a corner. This forces opponents to back away or deal with Toad's paralytic poisons, which are inflicted on contact. Toad regenerates slowly while paralytic secretion is active, making for a tricky and hard to defeat champion. So clearly, this guy is going to be a very annoying defender. Very annoying, this guy. I'm highlighting, but you can't really see because it's a black background. Is it even working? I don't know. Point is, this guy's going to be very annoying on defense, and he looks like pretty decent on offense in certain situations. So, let's talk about his abilities. He's immune to poison. That's great. And his regen rate cannot be decreased or increased. 7% chance when struck to inflict a paralytic poison debuff. Okay. Being struck with a critical hit has a 40% chance. So, obviously, Corvus, Ghost, they're going to be placing lots of debuffs on themselves. So, that's going to be good for Ghost, but hey. Dev notes, while Toad's regen rate cannot be increased or decreased, his ability to heal is still vulnerable to heal block. Tongue attacks. Toad attacks using his prehensile tongue on his second medium, special 1 and special 2. 100% chance to inflict a poison debuff on contact. Okay, so his abilities. Paralytic poison. Um, so, deals 1800 direct damage over 30 seconds and reduces health recovery by 30%. Paralytic poisons count as poison debuffs. Dashing forward or dashing backwards purifies one of Toad's personal paralytic poison debuffs, and this effect cannot happen more than once every 2 seconds. So, 70% chance to inflict a paralytic poison passive when purified by skilled champion. That's awesome, man. So essentially, this guy is going to be really good against skilled champs because they're going to be like purifying all of his poison stuff, but then he's just going to put passives on. That's going to be nice. Keep in mind while playing Toad, his paralytic poisons fall off when your opponents, if they dash forward or backwards. This happens less and less as you attack more aggressively and your opponent is pushed into the corner. At max poison, convert all personal poisons into a poison passive, dealing 690 direct damage over 8 seconds. Deals an additional 690 for each prowess effect and cannot be removed by dashing. So inflict a stun passive for 2 seconds as well when you reach your max of 10, and this effect goes on cooldown for 10 seconds, and it cannot interrupt a special attack, of course. So, if combined with Toad's tongue attacks, Toad can stun a champion while attacking into their block, and you'll have to pay attention when you stack 10 of the poison debuffs on your opponent to do this, of course. So, more abilities. The heavy attack consumes one poison debuff to deal 1380 burst damage, and that's going to be good if like you don't want to stun them yet. So like let's say you're at like 9, you're like okay, go for a heavy attack and remove one poison, right? Yeah, and then you stun them at a later time. Paralytic Secretion, max 3 stacks. If Toad is struck while he is near a wall, Toad begins to secrete paralyzing toxins and gains a regen passive, healing 5% of missing health over 8 seconds, plus 1% regen potency for every hit on the opponent's combo meter up to 15 hits. Critical hits, Please and Incinerate debuffs also have a 20% chance to trigger Paralytic Secretion. Against skill champions, this ability gains plus 50% chance. Again, just good against skill champs. Don't want to fight him with a skill champ either. 40% chance to inflict a paralytic poison on contact while paralytic secretion is active. Gain an indefinite passive prowess, increasing special attack damage by 70% when paralytic secretion is active. Max 5 stacks. That's a decent bit of prowess, dude. Toad's attacks pause the duration of paralytic secretion 4.50 seconds. Alright. So, the special one, you gain 1 paralytic secretion for 8 seconds, alright? So that's going to be a really good way to build up your prowess. The special two: if the opponent is suffering from a personal side effect, you deal 5,000 as a burst of poison damage. You also remove all your prowess, and you get a nice long slow debuff for 25 seconds. The special three: you inflict a paralytic poison passive, dealing 2,300 direct damage over 25 seconds. Deals an additional 2,300 for each prowess effect and cannot be removed by dashing. So, basically, what you kind of want to do here is go for a couple special ones, build up your prowess, right? Stack them up, and then go for a special two or a special three. You're going to be doing some nice damage while they're stunned, ideally. Okay. Now the sig ability is really good. There's a lot of parts to it here. Gain an indefinite passive prowess, increasing special attack damage by 25% when a stun or personal poison is purified or fails to trigger due to immunities. That's really, really good, man. So again, you dash back and forth the opponent, and the stuff is purified, right? Or if you go up against like a poison immune champ, you're gonna get a lot of prowess very fast. At 10 prowess, consume all prowess to inflict a passive stun for 2 seconds. When a poison fails to trigger due to immunity, this effect cannot interrupt a special attack. So that's cool as well. Just more passive stuns. That's great. Plus 100% passive stun duration if triggered by a ton attack. So that's also great, man. So this is a really solid sig ability. Once awakened, Toad's special attack damage increases considerably as champions that purify poisons grant Toad prowess effects. This includes any time an opponent purifies paralytic poison by dashing. So synergies: Brotherhood with Sauron. Tongue attacks that make contact deal 20% of attack as a burst of physical damage while Paralytic Secretion is active. On Sauron, you can get a bleed debuff, dealing 15% of attack rating as direct damage over 6 seconds. On the final hit of a heavy attack, that's not important. So Lightning Rod with Storm, special attacks have plus 15% crit rating while Paralytic Secretion is active. That's not bad. It could be decent. Storm, you deal 50% of attack as a burst of instant shock damage while the opponent is suffering from a stun debuff. That could add up, possibly, right? Here with Scarlet Witch and Scarlet Witch Classic, I just realized it's also with Sigil Witch, so that's kind of good. So Toad plus 15% combat power rate while Paralytic Secretion is active. I like that a lot. I'm going to highlight that because I like that. I didn't realize it was with Sigil Witch. I thought it was just the classic one. Truly Devoted with Magneto. This is good. While Paralytic Secretion is active, gain an unstoppable buff for 5 seconds when charging a heavy attack. Cool. Greasy Swamp Boys. This is awesome for King Groot. Start the fight with an indefinite prowess buff, increasing special attack damage by 60%. That's really good, because there are many fights where you get to the special 2 and the fight is like just about over. That additional 60% prowess is probably going to go a very long way in increasing that burst damage. So yeah, definitely interested to try out King Groot with that synergy. And then over here, he has someone with a champ that's not released yet. 30% chance to inflict a disorient debuff, reducing defensive, ability accuracy, and block proficiency by 50% for 8 seconds. Cool. Strengths: Anti-Purify. Toad gains a prowess effect anytime his opponents purify a paralytic poison debuff. Additionally, any skilled champions that purify a paralytic poison are immediately inflicted with a passive poison damage over time. Toad's long duration poison debuffs reduce healing and deal damage over time. Toad can also apply poisons with his tongue attacks, which gives him an easy to access poison debuff. Doing so, he is able to output large amounts of poison damage throughout the course of a fight. Regen. Toad's Paralytic Secretion ability allows him to slowly regenerate his health over time. If left unchecked, Toad can regenerate significant amounts of health while avoiding taking hits. So this dude kind of reminded me of like a Nimrod Human Torch type situation where he's going to be really good against skilled champions, it seems. Not the best against, still decent against other champs. Torch is ridiculous against Mystic champs and energy damage. Not the best against regular champs. Nimrod is freaking insane against mutant champs. Okay against other champs. I feel like Toad's going to be amazing against these skilled champions that are purifying his stuff, going to make him ramp up really fast, get a lot of prowess. And he's going to be like semi kind of decent, against regular champs. So it's yet to be seen how he performs against skilled champs and regular champs, but on paper, he looks pretty cool. Alright, my dudes, that's it for this one. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop your boy a big ol' like, comment what you think about Toad in the comment section below, and make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any Toad gameplay coming to you very soon. I'll be seeing you around.